drop every taste on the tip of my tongue. Bend my nail, bite my thumb. Evidence won't clear my name. Baby, your presence will be so present into the moment when I press my eyes shut. Now I'm ready. Anyone else is what we always wanted. Yeah, when we hold it till there's nothing else can let us down. The only answer is what we've always wanted. I'll do anything. I'm not asking this is mine through the perfect strange. 10,000 days on this. Days won't clear our names. Oh, baby, it's our last kiss. We'll last forever. That's the moment when I rest my eyes shut. Now I'm ready. Yeah, the only answer is what we've always wanted. Ooh, when we hold it till there's nothing else can let us down. The only answer is what we've always wanted. Oh, 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 oh.
It's over! Top shelf where Mama hides the cookies! Here come the Buffalo Sabres!
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, folks. Um, hold on here. There we go. I think we're good now. Sorry about that, everybody. Welcome everybody to I'll Hang Up and Listen. Woo! Brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from. And they're open 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. till 10:30 p.m. later. And of course, one of Western New York's only both kid and dog friendly bars. Make sure you go check out Fatty Beer Company at their social handles at Fatty Beer on both Instagram and Twitter. And of course, Buffalo Apparel, Buffalo's best spot for all of your Sabres, Bills, Bandits, Bisons, all of your apparel needs, local designs that'll take really good care of you. My personal favorite is, of course, I've mentioned it many times on this show. Normally I'm wearing it, the Buffalo Sabres NHL Shield ball cap. They just came out their blue collar line, their Brother Bill line. So much stuff to look at Buffalo Co. on both Instagram and Twitter, and of course, buffalogo.com. Make sure, of course, you check them out. But Sabres with a massive win today, 5-1 over the New York Rangers. I would say this has probably been the best game they played all season, top to bottom, in all facets of the game, between goaltending, defense, team defense. Offense, even though like the floodgate, it wasn't until like the third period when those floodgates finally opened. However, though, you are shooting against Igor Shesterkin, arguably the best goalie in the world. But again, top to bottom, man, the effort and just the way they played, night and day different from what we saw, like 50 miles or however many miles away as it is when they were in New Jersey. I can't stress that enough. Like, why can't we get that same effort every single game? Like, there was no questioning that loss, that 7-2 loss against New Jersey. That was effort. There wasn't enough effort or desire or willingness to win. Whereas tonight, I mean, from puck drop to the final buzzer, the Sabres were the better team. And I'm not going to take anything from the Rangers. The Rangers played well. Like, they had plenty of chances on UPL. UPL shut the door all but one time. And I have to say, like, I think Ukko Pekka-Luukkonen, for the time being, until he decides to give it away, has solidified the starting goaltending position again for the time being. Hopefully, again, consistency with him. Wasn't a fan, again, of them sitting Yuri Kulik in favor of 11 forwards and 7 defensemen. It might have worked tonight, but at the same breath, like, I cannot not continue to see that as a consistent thing in this lineup for the rest of the season. You have a guy like Yuri Kulik who you really didn't get a good chance to evaluate at all the other night, or either that and Isaac Rosen. But I just don't understand the reasoning for 11 and 7. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Sorry, I'm just pulling up some of the quotes right now from the post game show. Brian Koziel is always on top of that. I just want to read some of the stuff that they're tweeting out just momentarily. Let's see here. Just thoughts after the game. Like I said, Koziel is always on top of it. Great follow if you're a Sabres fan. From Alex Tuck, I thought we played a full 60 minutes. I think it's been a long time since we've been able to say this. All 20 of us, led by UPL. He had the save of the year. Everyone put in a lot of effort. We were upset with how the game went in Jersey, but we responded. Tuck says UPL has been steady Eddie. Yes, consistency. Says he doesn't get rattled. It gives them confidence. You want to sacrifice for the way he's playing. See that? Listen, that bugs me. That right there bugs me. I'm not bugged, but why does it take your goaltender playing out of his mind in order for you to want to sacrifice more? I get it that teams play differently in front of certain goaltenders, but that should be the mindset no matter who's between the pipes. That should really be the mindset. Like, no matter who's in net, we do everything we can. We leave it all on the ice to win this hockey game. Pretty plain and simple. More from Brian from UPL. I think everybody is playing with a chip on their shoulders. It was a good bounce back from the Devils game. They are a good team. You have to respect that, but we have to know that we can be better than them. Agreed. I thought that, with how much struggle that the Devils have been going through, that was a great game to take advantage of. And the Sabres failed to do so. UPL and Paddle say, sometimes you get lucky and sometimes you don't. I will not be trying those in the near future. Yeah, I mean, listen, the position of goaltender, that's the way things are going to go. We watched Dominic Hatcher for how many years make saves like that all the time. Just like, I mean, sometimes you just need luck on your side. And whether you want to call that luck, I mean, that's just not giving up on a play. That's really what that boils down. He did not give up on that play. That save by UPL was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Just not giving up, putting everything out there and just getting the paddle of his goal stick on it and stopping before going to the net. That was again, right now, that's the save of the year, in my opinion. UPL says this shows how good they can be now they just need to build from here. They haven't been able to put good games together. Again, yeah, you have to be able to string good games together. I mean, that's how you get this team to the playoffs. You're without Tage Thompson right now. You're without Quinn. You're without some of your better players. And you have to be able to string games together more than ever right now while you're without those players. I'm watching a video right now of the Rangers exiting the ice, and Shesterkin breaks his stick on the boards. He's so angry. I don't even know if he actually broke the stick. I think he failed to break the stick. But regardless, not on Shesterkin tonight. I mean, the team just needs to score. They couldn't get it by UPL tonight, unfortunately for them, and good fortunately for the Buffalo Sabres. Granado, I was very happy. We spent a lot of the last 40 hours talking about competing. Like that, those types of quotes bug me though. Like, why? Why can't you compete like that every game? Even if you lose, compete like that. Compete as hard as you can. Like, when you're a Rangers fan, you walk away from that game. You're not saying, "Oh wow, man, my team didn't give an effort tonight." No, you don't. They just got beat. They got beat by a better team tonight. Not saying that we're better than the Rangers, but they were the better team tonight. They just got beat. Like, I just want more of that. I want, from the puck drops, to know that my team is leaving it all out on the ice. That's all I want. Give that to me. Even if they would have lost tonight 3-2 or 3-1, but show me that you're out there competing, busting your balls, skating as hard as you can. I will not get upset. We won't get upset because you're out there busting your ass, and maybe pucks just aren't going your way. The puck luck isn't going your way. Like, we can just say it is what it is, but give me that compete every night, and you're going to win a lot more hockey games. It's just the way it's going to go. Granado on UPL. He told the players for making it. He told the players for making it easy, and we all got a good laugh. But he was great on stick save. You could see he's in the zone. More from Granado. We need to hit the repeat button on it. Yeah, like, there shouldn't be any questioning at all on effort and compete level. You have to bring this type of effort every single game. And even if you lose, at least you can go in and say, hey, we fucking battled. We battled. Like, unlike New Jersey, nobody battled. They let both goaltenders out to dry all night. And at no point during the game did I ever feel like they had a chance to win that hockey game. It was horrendous in New Jersey. Night and day difference tonight in the Big Apple. Let's see here. I'm going to bring up the game stats right now. Goals coming from Casey Middlestat, Alex Tuck, Kyle Okposo. I think that might be his third goal in as many games. Third goal in 3 games. Paterka, who continues to stay hot. Casey Middlestat also with 2 assists. Victor Olofsson with another multi-point night game. Like, he is earning his keep on this team now. We can no longer sit here and say he's a liability. Honestly, I can't. Show me analytics, whatever. But the guy is going to the net. He's battling. He's back checking. He's forechecking. Like, you are looking at a much different version of Victor Olofsson right now. When's the last time you can say he had more assists than goals? Honestly, he does. He has more assists than goals this season. And he's having a positive impact every time he's out there. He's skating his ass off. I can't stress enough. Victor Olofsson has been night and day different from what he was last season. That player that was healthy scratched in the most important games of the year last year. Night and day different. So I'm very happy with the effort from Victor Olofsson over the last 2 to 3 weeks. Like, completely different hockey player. Dahlin with an assist. Yannick Jokiharju with an assist. And Jeff Skinner with an assist. And again, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen UPL with 25 saves on 26 shots with a .962 save percentage. Yeah, like I said, with UPL right now, that's his net. How can you deny it? I think the Sabres had done their goaltenders the disservice by running. I mean, whether you want to say Levi belongs in Rochester or not, I mean, I really just don't think he'll end up there. I think they're going to keep doing what they've been doing. I think maybe you just get UPL a little bit more often. But at the end of the day, like, I genuinely believe part of that deal with his entry-level contract was that he'd be up here in Buffalo. He got the max on everything having to do with his deal. And the only player from his draft class that wasn't taken in the first round, they got max everything. And everything possibly get, it was maxed out on his entry-level contract. So, and he was a 7th round pick. So I just don't think he's going to end up in Rochester. Would I be angry about it? No, because I think every good goaltender spends a little time in the AHL. It's very, very, Hasek played in the AHL. He played in Indianapolis, which at the time was Chicago's minor league team. Like, a lot of the best goaltenders have spent time in the minors. It's very, very, very rare that you don't see that. Do I think that, like, mentally, do I think he needs it? No, I don't. I think he's a very strong, headstrong goaltender. I don't think anything's really going to phase him. He's the type of guy that if he lets a soft one, he forgets about it real quick. He learns from it. Everything with that kid is a learning experience. Physically, yeah, I think that he needs more time to play. Like, right now, he's not going to play consistently. In the AHL, he would. He would be the starting goaltender night one, hands down. There's no questioning it. But yeah, that's my opinion. We're going to hit the peanut gallery here. A lot of comments, lots of comments. I absolutely love it. From Kevin, UPL rock tonight. Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. He was the first star, hands down, without a doubt. From Gargalant, woo, Tucky and UPL bringing their A games. Yes, they did. Absolutely. Definitely our number one goaltender, UPL. As of right now, absolutely. It's his not to lose right now. UPL strong again. Guy has really turned his game around. Yeah. Remember this time of year, last year, everybody wanted him traded. Everybody wanted him gone. Yeah. Sign that apology for him. Say what you will. I don't like the looks of either, but the 11-7 is working. I think we have gone 3-0-1 the last handful of games when we have done this season. Yeah. I just don't like it. I really think you need, maybe, yeah, you're running certain players out there longer. There's no way you can do this when Tage Thompson comes back. When that is, there's no chance at all. I'm not a fan of it. Even if they are 3-0-1, I would rather have certain players out on the ice longer. Or I guess when you run 11-4s, that means guys like Okposo when you're they're gonna have more ice time. Even though, again, he has 3 goals in 3 games, so how can I sit there and talk? UP load. I don't understand I'm just not gonna. One more for UPL, even though he had it 4-1. They didn't stop by making it 5-1, leaving Shesterkin and Rage Paterka, your best player, followed by Skinner and Tuck. Benson keeps working. Yeah, I do want to talk about that Benson Paterka connection because they have been fantastic together. The creativity those two players have had while playing together has been insane. I cannot be understated that those two are a mainstay together and should be, even when Quinn gets back. I think you find a way. You might. I don't know. I know Quinn and Paterka worked really well last year, but if Benson and Paterka are continuing to look this good together, how do you break that up? I know we're thinking ahead. No, let's build momentum and get some wins together. I can't agree more. It'd be great for us to go to 3-1 on this road trip. It would be awesome. UPL was a beast. Tuck looks back to form, and Poso finally showing up. Yeah, it's great to see Kyle get that 5th one. 100%. I love seeing the captain score. I love seeing him do well. And I'm not going to take anything away from him, but I think more is less with him when it comes to ice time. I just don't. You don't need him out there for 15 minutes a night. I think it hurts you, but if you manage his minutes, I think you do get a lot of him. And get him off the second power play unit, please. Yeah, whoa. I appreciate it, Donald. Whoa. What about what, Mauricio? Whoa, what? 5 miles away, but who's counting? Oh yeah, sorry. I'm really, really off. I don't even know how. 45 miles off on that one. What a patty save by UPL. Absolutely. Shorthanded penalty killing unit trying to score shorthanded. Cousins poor puck management. 3-on-2, the turnovers, puck odd man rush, killing penalties. Yeah, I think Cousins, when you talk about disappointments, some people like to point the fingers at, Levi because there was a lot of expected him this year. I thought he has has had 3 games this year where he's looked really good. But if we're going to talk about disappointments, Dylan Cousins. Straight up Dylan Cousins. Of all the 5 goals tonight, and Dylan Cousins has not shown up on the score sheet. Where is that kid's game gone? He was a 30-goal scorer last year. You need that guy to start showing up on a night in, night out basis. And he's snake bitten. I don't understand it. Samuelson, another guy too. Even though he didn't look bad tonight, another guy who at least recently, has been really struggling. Dare I say disappointment? I'm not going to say disappointment, but I'm getting close to it. Kulik was slow and stationary last night. Don't know why. I mean, I don't know about slow and stationary. I just think the whole team looked like dog shit. The whole team looked like dog shit. Granted, it didn't work. It worked out for the best for us, the 11-7 thing tonight. I don't know if I would say that would be a direct contribution to why we won tonight. I'm not saying that we wouldn't have won 5-1 if we did roll 12-6 like normal teams do. But yeah, again, I don't know. I would have loved to have seen more some Yuri Kulik tonight. Again, I'm not going to complain. He won 5-1. Again, it was the best game they've played, top to bottom, hands down. Maybe Kulik, has really, been a part of the success this season of Victor Olofsson, because he knows that guy is the one that's most talked about out replacing him. Like, let's not get it twisted here. Like, Victor Olofsson is competing every game for a job in the NHL. Whether it's here in Buffalo or come trade deadline or free agency, like, I think he's a guy that does want to stay in Buffalo, and you're seeing it in his game right now. And if he continues to perform like this, he makes some really difficult decisions for Kevin Adams. Like, do I keep the guy or do I trade him? Do I, if this team finds a way to sneak into the playoffs, do I hold on to him because he is playing well? I don't know. I know we're really, it's only been a few weeks, but this is probably the best all-around hockey we've seen from Victor Olofsson since he's come to Buffalo, hands down. I think he's been good all over the ice. That's just my opinion. He's been good in the neutral zone. He's been good in the D zone. He's been good in below the dots in front of the net. He's not just sitting in one spot waiting for the puck. He's going to the puck. He's going to the net. He's looking for second opportunities. I think he's looked really, really good. Again, one of Buffalo's best all-around players right now for sure. Kulik. Oh, sorry, we already saw that one. Let UPL play 100%. I agree with you. He says not to lose. Defense was strong tonight. Super impressed at UPL on the road. Also amazing game offensively. This effort should be shown every night. Yeah, I agree. Why not every night? Why not every night? And is that coaching? Is it preparation? Is it the players? Is it a combination of all three? I don't know. But you should be motivated to play like that every single night, not just when you feel like it. Or I know it was the second night of a back-to-back against Jersey, but I've seen we're still early in the season. You know what I mean? You had two guys in the lineup who are making their NHL debuts. Should have energized the whole lineup. Instead, you went out, you go down 4-0, horrible effort, and just never really showed any signs of life throughout the game. It was almost unwatchable hockey. It was terrible. From the dominant, it's been a minute. He's been in the chat. UPL has turned the tables, become a legit NHL goaltender so far this season. Yeah, listen. I hate to give myself a little clout here, but I even said it, and I defended UPL in the offseason. I did quite a bit because people decided that he wasn't an NHL goaltender. He wasn't fit to be on this team. And I said, slow your roll. He's still young, and I'll pull the receipts too. I'll find those tweets. I said, even if he's not in Buffalo, even if Buffalo is not in his future, he is absolutely an NHL goaltender. I said, there is no doubt about it. That kid is so athletic and so big. He is at very best a very good backup. And I said that before the season even started. And then he has a good game. I think he may have had 2 bad games this season. Out of his, now he's 6-3-1 maybe, or 6-3 or 6-3-1. He's had maybe 2 bad games. But this is the best version of UPL we have seen so far. And I'm even going back to his Rookie of the Month year last season. I think it was he won Goalie of the Month or Rookie Goaltender of the Month. But I'm even going back to that. And if he can keep playing like this, that's his not to lose right now. It's hard. It's literally hard to say that, to take the net away from him. And who knows? I think we could be looking at like a Olmark Swayman type of situation here in Buffalo in the future when it comes to him and Levi, 100%. Because I do genuinely still think Devin Levi is the future of this hockey team. I think the athleticism and just the mental side of Devin Levi, not to take away attention from UPL, but like it reminds me so much of Ryan Miller. It's not even funny. The only thing lacking between those two is the size difference, obviously. But if we could have like a tandem like that, UPL and Devin Levi, like much like Boston has with their goaltending, like sign me up all day, 100%. Even last minute, we engaged offensively, took yards, pushed back forward, gave max effort, committed sacrifices. Great pass from Joker. Yeah, there's a fantastic pass. Great pass to Okposo. Like, how about the empty net goal? I mean, and I wasn't on the empty net, but like just the that breakup from Middlestat to get that puck up. The breakup by Skinner to get that pass up to Middlestat. Like, great effort there. Same thing with Tuck when Middlestat caused that turnover on Tuck's second goal. Just again, you're getting into passing lanes. You won the neutral zone all night. That can't be understated. That's what you have to win the neutral zone in games like this where it's tight. Like that's how you I always say you win hockey games below the dots. But the neutral zone, winning those battles, not turning pucks over in the neutral zone. Like the Buffalo won the neutral zone tonight. Hands down. They were the better team. And this is again probably hands down the best game they played all season. And if they play like this, no matter who's in net, you're gonna win a lot of hockey games. Even if your goalie's having an off night, you play like this, you're still gonna give yourself a chance to win. It's just the way it is. That's the effort you need every night, and you cannot. I repeat, you cannot go into the next game and lay an egg like you did in New Jersey. Come back with the same type of energy, the same type of effort, the same type of discipline, the same type of sacrifice, and you'll win. You'll end up 3-1 on this road trip, and you'll be looking at a wild card spot, 100%. Like the goal since Tage Thompson was injured has always been, let's try and play 500 hockey until he's back, because that's your golden goose right there, right? That's Tage Thompson is elite level goal scorer in the league, no doubt about it. You get him back, hopefully the hand is good, and you add that firepower back into your lineup, and you're playing like this. Playoffs are another question then. They're not. No way. So that UPL save couldn't have happened to a better two-time ex-Sabre who cost us two third-rounders. Yeah, Jimmy Vesey. That is funny. I thought about that too. It's like, I'm glad that was on Vesey. Hurls, where are you, MIA? Miss you, your poor subjective hypocrisy living in the gray judgments. I actually got to take a picture of this. He's dealing with strep throat right now. But he'll get a kick out of this. Hold on. I got to take a picture of this. That's funny. He'll get a kick out of that. I'll let you know what he has to say. From Kevin. Skinner did great work getting the puck out of the zone and to Middlestat for the empty net. Yeah, I mean, again, just Jeff Skinner, no matter how bad things, he always shows up. Jeff Skinner always shows up. He's always there. He's always playing hard, and he's always finding ways to get on the score sheet. You know, Ralph Kruger be damned, man. Like that guy, you know, hands down, man, has just been a gem for this organization. And he's finding ways to live up to that massive contract. I'd say he's lived up to it compared to you see what other players get signed to right now for his production. He's living up to it as best as he can, and he's always producing. So I love Jeff Skinner's game every time he's out there. I think most of the Sabres fan base does too. Basically be a Hurricane. Maybe Rod will be the Sabres' next coach. I mean, maybe. I know that they haven't extended him yet, which is very surprising. Rob Brindamore, I think, is a great coach, and I think he'd fit very well behind the bench. But right now, Don Granato is the head coach of the Buffalo Sabres. And if that's the effort this team gives every night, I have no problem with Don Granato being the head coach of the Buffalo Sabres. But just enough of this 11 forward, 7 defenseman bullshit, please, for the love of God. Ricky's channel. I wonder what's going on with number 24. Doesn't look engaged whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know. You want to talk about a guy who should probably sit a few nights or sit a game, might be Dylan Cousins. Like, people might not want to hear that, but he's not showing up. Yeah, not even just on the score sheet. You just don't notice him out there. Like, I don't know if there's some type of timidness since that Hathaway fight. I hate to keep going back to that, but like he just doesn't look like the same player. I know he played a handful of games wearing a fishbowl, and then this was his second game without it. But like, he doesn't seem engaged in the physical battles in front. Like, he just looks night and day different from the guy we saw last year. He looks very snake bitten. The floodgates need to open up for that guy. They really do. From Dylan Baker, great game from UPL. Gargalant, Ricky, agree on Cousins. He is struggling to even make simple passes. Yeah, again, he seems very snake bitten. 100%. Like, I personally don't understand it at all. It's a little bit mind-blowing for sure, but I'll be damned. Olofsson doing what he did not do last year, helpers. Yeah, again, like, when's the last time you can say Victor Olofsson had more assists than goals? You just can't. Guys, I am inspired by the chat right now. This is fantastic. From Dylan Baker. I'll try and get to all of them. Olofsson looks better this year. Hands down. Yeah, like Olofsson, again, one of the better players on this team right now. You can't even deny it. Olofsson should have been on PP1 all season. His one-timer is still elite. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you. That power play is struggling, and you need a shot from that side, and he has it. We need this kind of effort every night from Dylan Baker. Slow starts and hit and miss effort has killed this team. Yeah. Again, story of the season, just give a consistent effort every night, and even if your goalie lets in one or two soft ones, win in spite of it. Just don't. That's why I hated that Tuck quote. It's just like, you need that play to inspire you and makes you want to sacrifice more. It's like, that shouldn't be the case, man. You guys are getting paid a ton of money. Like, no matter how your goaltender's playing, great or bad, like, you should be willing to lay out that effort every single night, man. Like, the goal is to win hockey games. The goal is to make the playoffs. If you're not playing with that type of effort and sacrifice every night, then why are you there? I'm not saying I'm not criticizing Alex Tuck. Maybe he just didn't mean to word that differently, but like, I hate that quote. I really do. Cousins, 0 assists, 0 goals. You're a bum bench warmer. Hit the pine. Any pine wood splitters. He's not a bum, man. He's not a bum. He's not. He's snake bitten right now. I just don't know what's going on with that guy. However, I don't disagree that maybe a night in the press box wouldn't help him, or when he does give the puck away or turn it over. Like, again, I'm always an advocate for a guy taking 2 to 3 shifts off in a game. Like, that sends a message. You get him pissed off. You have him go out there. You're getting pissed off at themselves, whatever. Have them go out there, and the next shift they do get, and go out there and go balls out. Like, that's a good way to send a message, in my opinion. I would trade Comrie to Edmonton, his hometown. He probably would welcome it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that they're okay with this 3 goalie rotation right now. I wouldn't be surprised if Levi does get the next start, because technically, even though he did play against Jersey, like, he didn't start. So if you were to ask me, it's definitely, actually, maybe they do go back to UPL. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Don Garneau decides to do. If he decides to stick to this rotation or go right back to UPL, and then maybe the next game would be either Levi or Comrie. Our goalies aren't bad. It's just defense most nights. Yeah, like, can't stress it enough, man. Just play with some awareness and some know-how in front of your own net, in your own zone, and you could probably add another 2 wins to their record this year. You could. Like, just having more awareness of what's going on in your own end, like playing more physical, boxing guys out, tying sticks up, not puck watching. Yeah, you could easily, I think, add 2 more wins to this record if you just played more aware. 100% agree. I would send Levi down and run with UPL and Comrie. I'm not going to disagree with you. I just don't think that that's what's going to happen. I think that Devin Levi signed the entry-level deal that he did. He got max everything on it. I really genuinely believe part of the deal was that he would be in the NHL. And I bet you if you were to ask him, even if he's not getting games, he probably enjoys being with the guys, practicing with the guys. I think he's got a great relationship with everybody. And, like, I don't know. We'll see. It's roster mismanagement regardless, in my opinion, in terms of the 3 goaltender rotation. I can't get behind it. So whether it's Comrie getting traded or Levi being the backup, like whatever, just figure it out. Olofsson actually looked good tonight. Yes, 100%. Olofsson looked great. Victor is auditioning. I don't disagree with that either. I do think that Victor Olofsson is either auditioning for Kevin Adams to stay here or for a different team, whether that's at the deadline or whether that's in free agency. However this all shakes out, I said that the last couple of shows. I think Victor Olofsson is playing for a job right now, 100%. Solid win, fucking A, right? Exactly. Paterka getting 30 this year. I said it before the season started. He's been by far one of the most impressive players on the roster. Can we please start saying what we are thinking? Luukkonen is the master. Levi, get out of here. Get out of here. Ryan Johnson has looked amazing. He looks calm, cool, and collected every game. Yeah, I think he's the top 4 defenseman, not just on this team, but in a lot of teams in the NHL. Wild fired their coach. Yes, they did. They did. How did Trouba avoid suspension for this high swinging stick to the guy's head? I have no clue how Jacob Trouba was in tonight's game, because if anybody saw that replay, he nearly took his head off. That he full on damn near baseball swung his stick, and he only got fined $5,000. That to me is minimum a 5-game suspension, if not more. Like, I know he's been in trouble with the for discipline in the past. I have no clue how that was just a $5,000 fine, especially on the heels of what happened to Adam Johnson over in England. Like, how do you see something like that happen and then watch a player swing his stick so violently at a player's head and just not throw the book at him and send a message? Like, I understand it's a captain, it's Jacob Trouba, he's an important player on that team. It's a big market, but at the end of the day, like, dude, he could have really seriously hurt him if killed him. Like, really, let's be serious here. Him square in the head, his helmet saved his life, or at least saved him from serious injury. Agree, UPL and Levi, fantastic tandem. Skinner is the Sabres. Again, I love Skinner's game every game. He was blaming the mask and had to make an article about it to make it public. Looks like he was using it as an excuse for his poor play. I played, I've never just been a goalie. I've played with a fishbowl before. It does make it difficult when you're looking down at the puck. I'm not saying that his excuse is invalid, or excuse or what he said is invalid. It does make it a little bit more difficult. They do have that chin strap down there. You're looking down. It does a little bit. So I'm not saying he's wrong. From Mauricio, second penalty killing unit is atrocious. Krebs is offering nothing. I don't know if I have much to say about that. I've been pretty critical of Peyton Krebs in the past. I would just love to see him being given as much opportunity as possible, because he was part of possibly the biggest trade in franchise history. And you got to find a way to put him to use so you're getting him on the score sheet. I think he's got 1 point on the season, which is insane. Effort should just come by the crest and the guy next to you every shift, every night. I love that quote. Love that quote, Gar. That's a great quote. I disagree, Duane. The 3 goalie say as it ends soon. I would bank on UPL and the Beast. So wait, you disagree? I said it too, though. I don't like the 3 goalie system. I agree that it has to end. Why you disagree? We agree. Run and gun, that's our identity. Stick to it. 100% agree. And the final comment, at least so far, I think regardless of how he plays, you move on from Olofsson. He's almost 30 years old, and we have too many high-end prospects waiting to come in. Yeah, like I said, that's not us decision. That's a Kevin Adams decision. Kevin Adams has to make he's going to make that decision difficult for Kevin Adams, though. I've liked Victor Olofsson's game a lot. Like, I've kind of zoned in on him tonight to see like what type, where he was succeeding, where on the ice he was, going, getting to. And he was in front of the net a lot, man. He was in the defensive zone. He was back checking. He was playing a little physical tonight. Like, that's not a guy we saw last year. But he knows that that's the way he has to play now if he wants to stay on this team or play on a different team next year. Healthy Alex Tuch is the best kind of Alex Tuch. Yep. My co-host, a week and a half into the season, called for sitting Alex Tuch. And I said he was crazy. That's the guy you let play through it. I said there was something going on. He seemed snake bit. He didn't seem like himself. And yeah, it turned out he was hurt still from the preseason. And look at him. Look how good he's been. He's back on track to the player he was last year, a 90-point player, a damn near 90-point player. I can't remember if he scored 90 last year. Came pretty damn close, I think. From Gar, when I typed it, you had just said the 3-goal is working for now. No, I mean, for now, yeah, I just don't agree with it. I want to see them change it. Then you, stomped on it. Yeah. I want to be done with the 3-goalie rotation. I want to be. Whether it's UPL and Levi, UPL and Comrie, figure it out. I just don't know if I see it happening. I don't know. We'll see. But to take a look at the schedule ahead here, let's take a look at what games Buffalo has on the slate for the rest of this road trip. They have the Blues on Thursday, 8 p.m. Face-off. And then the Hurricanes on Saturday on the 2nd. And then they're back home against the Predators on Sunday, back-to-back. So you'll see 2 different goaltenders in that one. And then the Red Wings. So here's how I bet you it shakes out. I bet you it's UPL on Thursday. And then I bet you they give Levi the Hurricanes. And then it's probably back to UPL on Sunday. And then their next game, again, home against the Red Wings on the 5th. And then they're back on the road again against the Boston Bruins. So redemption against the Bruins after that embarrassing 5-2 loss. That would be on December 7th. Canadians on the 9th. And then they travel. Actually, they got a little bit of a homestand there. And then they're at home against the Canadians and the Coyotes. So, yeah, actually, they got a pretty, with the exception of that Boston game, they have a pretty nice little homestand there. And then they travel out west for a West Coast trip against the Colorado Avalanche, the Vegas Golden Knights, the Coyotes. And then they come back home to play the Blue Jackets. And then their first home game on the 21st against the Toronto Maple Leafs, which you can bet your sweet ass I will be there for that. 100%. Also, can we talk about Casey, another 3-point night? I mean, I was so wrong about him. Unbelievable play by him. Night and day difference. Yeah, I agree. Like, Casey Middlestat has looked fantastic for this team. 100%. Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, Casey Middlestat has been like night and day difference, for sure, from what we saw 2 years ago. Like, I'd say quarter into the season last year, he was fantastic, absolutely fantastic for this team. So, hands down, their best 2-way player. I know for the analytics nerds out there, like, he's a sweetheart, and I agree, he is a sweetheart. He's a player that is consistently finding ways to contribute every night. Unbelievable playmaker. I just wish he would shoot the puck more. I really, really do, because he has one of the best shots on the team. He just doesn't use it enough. Last comment here from Gar. Cousins was struggling before the fishbowl. It was what led to his frustration fighting. He needs the night off. Could use some Pekka coaching. You're telling me, man. If you want to find a guy that would have really, really, really benefited from a guy like Michael Pekka on the bench, Dylan Cousins for sure, without a doubt. So I can't stress that enough. But with that being said, guys, I just want to remind you all, it's been brought to you by Fatty Beer Company, Western New York's premier market and tap room with over 300 beers to choose from. Open 7 days a week, 11:30 a.m. till 10:30 at night and later. Constantly have, at any of their locations, live entertainment, trivia nights, the whole 9 yards. They have a lot to offer. And they're one of the Western New York's only kid and dog friendly bars. Take my dog there a lot. My beautiful, beautiful husky. People love him there. And whoever's behind the pine that night will always have a dog treat on tap for your dog. And of course, don't forget about Buffalo Logo Apparel Company. Buffalo's best spot for your Sabres, Bills, Bandits, Bisons, sports apparel. Always have something awesome on tap. Make sure you go check them out. The Buffalo Hockey NHL Shield ball cap, the Diggs, the Stefan 316 shirt. They just came out with their blue collar clothing line and of course their their collaboration with Brother Bill and his clothing line. Make sure you go check it out. Buffalogo.com, at Buffalogo Co, on Instagram and Twitter, at Fatty Beer on both Twitter and Instagram, and of course fattybeer.com. Yeah, I don't got much left. Fortunately, I've been dealing with some adult health problems this past week. So I muscled through this one. So I'm going to cut you guys a little short tonight. But again, Sabres 5-1 win. Couldn't be happier with the effort tonight. Fantastic from top to bottom. Their best all-around game. Just remember, guys, this has been brought to you by Fatty Beer Company and Buffalogo. I will catch you later in the week when the Sabres take on the St. Louis Blues. I'll hang up and listen, and you guys have a fantastic night. And as always, I appreciate all the support in the chat, all the support you guys give me. You make even the winning, the losing, no matter what it is, you make it bearable. You're the reason I keep coming on doing these post-game shows at all hours of the night. So always thank you so much for the support. And absolutely, like Gar says, go Fatty, go Buffalogo, and thanks again for your support. I'll hang up and listen. We'll see you around. Peace.